Okay, so in your simulations, you'll notice that the actual topography is missing. So in order to add that to our simulation, what we've got to do is we've got to first create a search set for that. And to do that, in your sets panel, right click and click on save selection. And let's call that topo. Press enter. So if you were to select this, your topography is going to be highlighted. Now the second step is to add a task for that, so that we can attach this created set to the task. So we can go to so we can add a task, but if we use this button, it will just create a new task beneath the most recent one. We don't want that, so let's move this up. Actually, let me delete that, and let's go insert task. So you have to use this button which says insert a new task above the selected one. So let's select that and insert task, and as you can see, it inserts a new tab above the one that was highlighted previously. So let's name that as topo, and let's give a duration as, you know, from the start, which is the 2nd of January 2018, and the planned end date, this should be the very final date of the schedule. So this is when everything is going to be completed. So in our case over here, we only have 3 tasks for demonstration purposes, and that would probably be around the 8th maybe. So 8/1/2018. So again, as I just mentioned, the planned end date should be the very final date after when every single task is going to be accomplished. So click OK, and then we need to attach the created set. So to do that, you can just basically drag your topo set and drop it at the attached column for that task. So now you see this appears, which means that it has been attached. Now the other thing is that we have to play around with the task type. Now if you guys remember, in the previous video I was talking about, you know, these different task types, and I said that we usually go with construct, and construct, what happens is that at the start, it's your object will appear as green in color with 90% transparency. Now we don't want that to be the case for our topography. We want it to actually display in its model appearance from the start. So what we need to do is we need to create a new configuration. So click on add, and let's name that topo configuration, and then go to the start appearance and select from the drop down list model appearance. Again, do the same for the end appearance, and then go back to your task and associate that task type with the topography. So go to topo config. Okay, so now if we go to simulate, and you guys can see that the space, that the topography appears in the space. If we wanted that to appear before our columns, we can maybe change the date to the 1st, just before the formwork appears. So click on 1, and So if we go back to simulate, you'll see that at the very start of the simulation we have our topography, and it appears before our columns. So that's how you would display your topography in your simulation.